Hello everyone, it's Diane. Happy Labor Day. I had my kids and my grandkids here for lunch yesterday after church, and so today it's just me, and I have got a lot of cleaning to do and organizing. I have a lot of stuff to put away. My craft room's a disaster after making 3 domestic arts journals, and I really want to get started on some owl journals tomorrow, but I need to clean it up. And I just have messes everywhere. So what did I do? I went to the Labor Day flea market, my Monday flea market, and brought home more stuff. So anyway, I want to show it to you before I get started putting things away. It's always crowded on holiday weekends, and it was packed. There were lots and lots and lots and lots of vendors and lots of people shopping, and hard to find a parking spot. But I managed. Pardon me. So let's just get to it. My blue van man today got $30 out of me. Probably more, the most I've ever spent at his station there. But I got this quilt. $25 he wanted for the quilt. And for all the deals he's given me, I thought $25 was still a really good deal for this. And the other $5 was for all of this stuff. I got Margaret Mitchell's Mealtime Magic Desserts. I would not have picked this up probably. I do like the pages in it, but the cover is pretty dirty. I'm going to have to try to clean it. But I have Mrs. Cog's chocolate digital images, and I want to make a couple of journals out of it. I already have a great one that I'm keeping, and I have another one that's larger, but this one is small, so I'm sorry. I am feeling a lot better, but you know, I still have the remains of my cold. So anyway, if I can clean this up, this will be a really fun chocolate and dessert themed journal. The other one I got was the Best in American Cooking, because I like this cover. This will make a fun cooking journal. And there's a lot of recipes, a few pictures, just some drawings, no colored pictures, but I like the drawings. They make really fun journaling cards. And I like the way the recipes are laid out like that. I can cut them apart and make really great journaling cards with them too. So I think this was a good buy, even though I have a lot of cookbooks. I threw in this card because I just thought it would be really fun in a Renaissance journal. It's part of a Renaissance or a medieval tapestry. And then this box of linens, which I didn't even go through. I don't really know what's in here, so let's check it out together. I do love this little cloth. I guess it goes this way. I think it's a drawn thread type of needlework there. Really pretty. I got marker on my hand. I don't even know how. This is just a white on white design. I don't know if you can see it, but there's white flowers there. That's kind of funky. 2 napkins, I think. Oh my goodness. There's a $10 bill in there. And I don't know if that was my $10. This is cross stitch with this Greek key design around it. I don't really know what it's representative of. They kind of look like they're in oriental dress. This one's got a stick and a hoop. This one looks like they're doing some kind of a dance. Kind of looks like a martial arts pose. It's another one of those white on white. There's a sheer tissue or napkin, or not tissue, but handkerchief with some embroidery on it. It's kind of weird. It just has leaves and stem and no flower, but they're all like that. So I've got 4 of those. They must be napkins. Sorry, trying to figure out where my lens is. This is pretty. It almost looks like a Scandinavian design. What do you think, Pirio? Is that Scandinavian? A green napkin, linen. Some more of this. So it looks like just a box of napkins, actually. But they're very nice linens. I like that blue. There's some yellow and white. Those are pretty. And they're heavy. Good quality. This one has some cut work. I like that. Very pretty. And there are 3 of those at least. More of the same. There's a pink one with fringe. A couple more of those. This one's pretty. This is not a napkin, but it's a really pretty doily. There's another one with the cut work. And some of these. Whoops. One's on the floor, but they're flower shaped, petal shaped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, counting the one on the floor. Oh, this one's pretty. Is this called hardanger? This kind of needlework? Or something like that. So pretty. There's a stain in the middle. But there's a lot of beautiful work on this piece. And a green one and green with fringe. Okay, what else did I get? That was from the Blue Van Man. It was, oh, okay. I gotta show you this. This was a good buy. I was looking at boxes of books that were on the ground, and I found, he had a lot of books. And I found Reader's Digest, so I only took the ones that had the pretty covers. And I already took the dust jackets off because they still had their dust jackets on them. He wanted $1 a book. And I don't need Reader's Digest, but I figured I am going to sell some, so I just added to the books that I have that I'm going to sell. I might keep, swap out 1 or 2 of these for ones I already have in my stash, because I don't have any that are like this with the painting on them. And I think I have 2, yeah. So I just got 2 of them, so I might keep 1 of them. And then there's this gold design. This one doesn't really have a pattern, but it's purple, and I thought it was a really pretty color that people might like, and it's got the Pegasus, Reader's Digest Pegasus on it. It does have a textured design on it. It's just not a pattern. There's another gold one. This one I have. And here's a blue trefoil design. I got those, but also when I went over there to ask him how much he wanted for the books, and I had found this binder too, recipes, and it's really old, and I think it's just for adding your own recipes too. That's what it was for. It was blank binder. So I'm looking to see if it has blank pages. Yeah, it does have some. It's got these envelopes to put recipes in, so some of the envelopes have recipes in them. You can see where she taped newspaper recipes in and how it browned the envelope that it was next to with the acid in the paper. So it's an old binder. The rings are still good. I don't see a date. He wanted $1 for this, which I thought was very reasonable. a butter cookie kit. There's some patterns for cutting out cookies. Who would want to do that? Cut the pattern out with cardboard. Place the pattern on the rolled dough and cut around it. That's a tedious way to make cookies. And here's the recipe. That's really cool. This is a really fun binder. I like this. Well, then he pointed these out at the same time that I noticed them. And I tried not to act too excited, because he had this container of these recipes. He told me I could have them for $5. It would cost a lot more than that to get them on eBay. So I got them for $5. So you'll be seeing some of these in my shop. Some receipt in here. The receipts are dated 1985, but I don't think they're receipts for this. But I don't know how old these are, but I like them. No matter how old they are, I like them. So that was fun. I'll show you the fabrics next. This is the same lady I get a lot of fabrics and trims from. She's not a real pleasant and friendly lady, but she has good prices on her stuff. So this is like, I guess it's like a plissé. It's textured and soft. It's thin and soft. And there's a lot of it here, but it's a cowboy pattern. And I probably wouldn't have picked it up, except that I keep finding cowboy things. So I guess I'm supposed to make a cowboy book. So there's a lot of it here. I'll have to be selling some of that. And I really like it. It's cute. And I think that piece, I don't remember how much she charged for that. It might have been $2 or $1. I don't remember. But she charged $5 for all of this. And a lot of it is these squares, which look to be 6x6 or 6x7, 5x6, I don't know, but they're good size squares. So, and there's more than just squares in here, and I'm not going to show you every square. Isn't that pretty? But I love having these pre-cut squares. These are 2 squares sewn together. This would be good in the cowboy journal. So I guess all of these here are 2 squares sewn together. Oh, somebody must have been cutting these squares so that they could make just a quilt. Look at that poppy fabric. So that's fun. This one is printed, but it looks like it's patchwork, and I love that. That's pretty. Love that. Love that print. This, oh, it's a fabric sample. It's a good size one. There's the corner. Pretty. This is a sample too. It has metal rings where it came off of whatever it was hanging on. Upholstery fabric. Here's another plissé. This is what I mean by plissé. You can see the texture. Another piece of the patchwork. Here's one cut in a circle. That's a nice, heavy, beautiful fabric. Oh, this is gorgeous. It looks like cross stitch. I love that. And there's 4 squares of that. Another circle. So there's a whole bunch of gingham and plaid here. Looks like the rest are just squares. But there's a lot of them. These are smaller pieces. More squares, just smaller ones. Oh, look at that. Farm journal. I've been saving stuff for a farm journal. I love that. I'm going to set this aside so I can put it with my farm journal stuff. There's a lot of that in here. That's pretty. That would be nice in a boho journal. So that's the fabric. Got a lot of good pieces in there. Okay. Then there was a vendor that just had boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of books, and they were all 50 cents. So I got this, and the binder is not in good shape. It's coming apart, and I don't know if it's even good enough to fix. But the pages are so cool. Look at this pocket. I think that I can cut that off and then punch the holes so it will fit in a 5-ring binder, and I can put that in when I make a 5-ring binder journal. So there's two of those. It says a handy pocket for clippings and cuttings. Look at the pretty pages in this. This is beautiful. I didn't even look at all that. I saw, I think they're toward the back, these. I think I saw somebody in a haul showing these, and I thought they were so wonderful. I would hate to cut these up because look at the back. But I want to cut those up. It's not a ton of those pages. It's just a few. Maybe there's some more throughout the book. Yeah, there's some more. Oh, I love these. That was worth 50 cents. This section has more of those pages. And the cookbook pages themselves are gorgeous. They're matte. I love this book. I am so glad I picked this book up. Somebody scribbled on this one with red pen. Yeah, I'm so glad I got this book. Really cool. It says, to Olivia from, I think Olivia wrote on that. Because here it says, to Amy, Christmas 2011 from Mom and Dad. And over here, some child wrote, to Olivia from Mommy. Must be Mommy gave her the book after she got it for Christmas. This one I also paid 50 cents for. Simply Beautiful Knitting. I don't think I'll use the binder itself. I just wanted to use the pages. The binder, the rings, that ring doesn't stay together, so I wouldn't use this binder, but I like the pages. They open out, so they'll be really great to use. That kitten is so cute. This one was also 50 cents, Creative Home Decorating. This one's a 3-ring binder, and again, I don't know if I'll use the binder. I wanted the cards, the pages and the cards. Let's see, yeah, these are the ones that open out also. So these are going to be really fun. So I'll be listing some of those from those 2 books in my shop. I paid $2 each for these golden books, but I did that because they're all Eloise Wilkin books. So I have Prayers for Children, which I may already have one of these. Oh, this is written in too. I probably wouldn't have paid $2 if I had looked at it and seen that it was written in. Oh, well, that's disappointing, but I can use the cover. I hope the other ones aren't that way. This one is also Prayers for Children, and it probably has the same pictures. Yeah, so maybe I can use the pages out of this book and divide them up between these 2 books. And then Eloise Wilkins' Mother Goose. Hopefully I can get that sticker off. I do have Goo Gone, so I'll try. And there are some spots on the book, but I think it can be cleaned up. There's a little bit of coloring right there. But the rest of the pages are good, except for the back page. And I love Eloise Wilkin. I got this one. I paid $2 for this just because the cover is gorgeous. This would make a beautiful Renaissance journal. And I will read the book first. It's about Lillian Russell. Movie star or actress. I'm not sure. I think she was during the 1900s. That's interesting. The Era of Plush. There she is. So, I'm going to read this one before I cut it up, but isn't that gorgeous? Love that. Doesn't that look like a Renaissance journal? I got these two books for 50 cents, I think. This one is a really pretty cover, but she does have a mark right down the center of her face. But I'm going to make a journal out of it anyway, just because it's such a pretty cover. And Arlington edition, it says, whatever this book is, Fair Castilla. But I like the cover. I'm going to have to clean it up, of course. But just a pretty cover. I also got some more from this lady that was charging 50 cents. She had a lot of Reader's Digest also. So even though I had just got some for $1, these were only 50 cents. So I got some more. I think I already showed you those. So I have this blue one. I love this blue one. And that one. This one's really pretty. This marbled one. It's a thinner book. But the cover is almost the same size. And I can make a bigger spine, but it's pretty marbled. And this mustard color marble. And I got this book because I like elephants too. And Mrs. Coggs, Liz Smith, I'm putting a call out to you to do some elephants. She's been putting out some wonderful animal and floral of her digi kits, and I would really like to see elephants. So I'm going to ask her if she can do some elephants. This is huge, huge book. Looks like it's a more than 3-inch spine, and it's an English-Slovak dictionary, and the print is quite big for a dictionary, so I thought this was fun. And I'll be selling some of these pages because I don't need this many pages. Another beautiful cover. I'm going to be putting together, don't hold your breath for it, but I'm going to be putting together some D-stash kits. So some of the covers that I've been collecting will be in the D-stash kits along with other ephemera and papers and things that I need to thin out. Speaking Spanish, an introductory course. It's a beautiful cover. So I like that. And we're almost done. Excuse me if I'm reaching in front of the camera. I got all of these labels. I'm going to be selling some. This was all in one pack. They were mixed, but there's a few, very, very few, that have the red and the blue labels, and the rest are these craft color labels. They say $1, but I paid 50 cents for them, for each one. Adventuring in Home Living. This would be an awesome domestic arts journal. And it's got fun pages. Chart for storage of articles in Straighten Out That Room. Food gifts. How the table was set for the meal served by group 2. Group 1. So this is for like a home ec class, home economics class. It's really cool. Adventuring in Home Living, Book 1. I love that. I don't remember. That one might have been 50 cents. This is just weird. World's Tackiest Postcards. Look at that. It's a laboratory that does hygiene products, and all these ladies are sniffing the armpits of these men who must have been trying out deodorant, dentures, the form fit feeling. There's a jackalope, I guess it is. I'm not sure. It's a rabbit with antelope horns. There's a cowboy biting the horse's mouth. I don't get that. There's a pig diving. Just weird and wacky postcards. This guy's smelling a fish. It says thinking of you on the back side. And there's a pig peeing. I think I'll just throw that one away. That's just gross. But I don't remember how much this was. It wasn't much because I wouldn't have paid much for it. This was $1, and it's just another book that I can cut the pages out of. Good quality pages that I can use for journaling spots. And I found this after I found that cowboy fabric. It's in pretty bad shape inside, but the cowboy and his horse. Once you get in, the pages are better, and it's got wonderful, wonderful illustrations. It's got ranch brands. The saddle, isn't that great? And I just saw music, a song of Sweet Betsy of Pike. There it is, Sweet Betsy from Pike. So this is really fun. Look at all these fun images. So, you know, I have to make a cowboy journal. So I think that's it. That's what I got at my Labor Day flea market. Thank you for watching, and watch to see some of these things in my shop. If you want to message me about anything, message me on my Etsy shop, not here on Facebook, if it's something you're interested in. And just realize that I won't have things ready for the shop right away. I'm working on some other things that are going to go in the shop. Some of the things I can put in quickly, like the Reader's Digest books, the recipe cards, and things like that, I can do quickly. So you can message me if you're interested in something, or if you have questions about anything, but please do it in my Etsy shop. It's too hard for me to track people down if I get messages here, there, and everywhere. So you can watch for some of these things to be appearing in my journals. And like I said, I'm going to be starting on owl journals. I have 2 that have already been ordered because I'm making them anyway. I said I'm not taking custom orders, but I have been talking about making owl journals, and 2 people want them, so they're reserved for them. But I will eventually make more because I have a lot of owl pictures and things. Anyway, come on back for the next video when I come back, and I will list my shop, link my shop below. Thank you.